Hello, y'all, and welcome to the Pink Room with your girl Drea. Okay, it's a little cold up in here, actually, low key, but we also have an artist from Canada or Toronto
Yeah.
in the building. Okay, we got Swavy in the building. Swavy, how you feeling today?
Feeling amazing, Came from Toronto, Canada, so I'm used to the cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are y'all so well? Not why are you used to cold, but like, do you never like the cold though? How?
I hate the cold.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like I embrace it. Like I don't love it, but it's what we gotta go through. So it's like we gotta put up with it, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of the cold, let's get into the icebreaker.
Let's do it.
All right, Swavy. Think deep and as far back as you can recall and tell me the name of the first song you remember hearing.
First song I remember hearing, like coming out the womb.
Yeah, like mine happened when I was like 3 or 4. So what's yours?
Damn. See, I ain't gonna lie, my mom was like the biggest Bob Marley fan. So it had to be some Bob Marley. Like, I can't remember exactly, but it had to be some Bob Marley. Like, if I call my mom, she's probably gonna be like, yeah, I was playing Bob Marley, like, in the hospital or something.
Yeah. Oh, wow, for real?
Yeah, like, my mom was, like, dedicated, like, Bob Marley.
Is she Jamaican?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whole family.
Whole family Jamaican. Okay. Yeah. All right. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, some Bob Marley, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so a lot of, let's say, reggae and just, I don't want to call it old school Jamaican music, but like not everything is technically reggae and like Jamaican music culture.
Yeah,
some of it is like, it sounds a little bit more like blues to me or like country.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was probably your first introduction to sound.
Definitely, yeah. I'd say a lot of like reggae, Jamaican music.
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaican music.
And what's the first song that you can remember that you got stuck on? So like, you know how maybe we'd be little watching the TV in front of the, sitting in front of the TV and we kept wanting to see this one music video over and over, or got super excited about a certain song when it would come on, or would put it on repeat on our CD player. What's one of them songs? A couple of them songs. Let's talk about a couple of them for you.
Like a song that I would get stuck on watching TV, or just in general, like
just in general,
barbecue.
Yeah, just in general. Those moments where we would be experiencing via the TV, or like 106 in Park, or I don't know, y'all was watching that up there or whatever.
Yeah, I watched a little bit, but I would say, "Is This Love" by Bob Marley. I heard that so much, like barbecues. That's all they played. Like at barbecues, Jamaican family barbecues, it's all they're playing. It's like straight Jamaican music, like some church music.
Yeah.
You gotta have a little soul in there, like while you're whipping up the food. So that's what that's what I was vibing with. You feel me?
Well, when did you get into outside of Bob Marley, other artists that you introduced yourself to?
I would say like around probably the age of like 13. 13 is when I like really started like tapping into like a lot of artists, like, and like listening and like falling in love with music. Before, like I didn't really like, I would hear it, but it wasn't something that like I studied. But like I like age 13, I would say, is when I started like studying like music and like seeing that, oh, that's fire. Like, like melodies, like it just started popping up in my head. I can do that.
So that's interesting, because I know that you were saying that you grew up with a lot of instruments and music, and in general, like your family, your mother sang, right? And so go through everybody and what they did again.
So we're gonna break it down. I got 2 brothers, 3 sisters. All of them sing. Like we could build a choir with just my family. Like we all sing. My brothers play like bass, drums. My sisters all play keyboard, guitar. My mom plays bass, guitar, and piano, and sings.
Damn, that's kind of hard. Bass, guitar, and piano? My mom playing bass, that says something right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's in there. So I've been musically oriented like since like birth, honestly. Like I just been around music my whole life. So I kind of felt like it was something I was going to do eventually.
So is that why you didn't really start looking into music for like your own sake until 13? Because again, I'm thinking like when I was 8, I know shit. So was Soldier Boy out or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like there was a culture, a pop culture around music, and especially hip hop back in those days.
For sure.
And was there any artists or like certain trends you were gravitating towards back then?
I wouldn't say no. I would say no because I had like a very church-based family. So like we grew up on like a lot of that like gospel too. So like I was hearing like gospel music all the time, and then I eventually like I think the first song that I ever heard like outside of like church, like besides reggae, was like Gassed Up Shawty. Like that song was
Gassed
like
Up
huge.
Shorty,
like, I was
party.
Like, singing that all
gosh,
summer.
yo.
I'm singing that all summer. I'm like,
Gassed
yo.
Up
And then I heard
Shorty.
Drake. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like my boys putting me on. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you know, like
what?
that's how it was for me. So I definitely like was a late bloomer though when it came to like hearing music outside, like the Soulja Boys, Lil Wayne's, and things like that.
Copy.
So yeah.
All right. Well, so you said at 13 is when you started studying music for yourself, and you started really getting into melodies. That's one of my favorite things about your sound too. Like you have, like you are your own. You're the instrument. You know, one time I was Free Thug though. One time I was talking to a friend. She was like, you know, the thing about Thug, it was an argument. We saying how great he is that like you could twerk to his words in general. Like you don't even need the beat.
Thanks.
And I remember when I had first heard Old Ways, I was like, there's something different. And it was kind of that like Toronto slang-ish like in there too.
For sure.
But it sounds good on a melody.
It does.
It's the melody of it sounds good. There we go.
I'm very big on being the instrument, using my voice as the instrument in my songs.
So it's intentional.
Yeah. I like even when I go through beats, I go through the beats that don't have too much going on. Like it has a lot of space, you know, so I can be the instrument more than the actual beat.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Your beats never have too much going on.
I don't like all that extra stuff. Like if you send me a beat, you got all that extra things. There's one thing I'm gonna hear on the beat. I'm gonna be like, yo, take off the rest of that stuff. Let's just do this loop. Go with that. I'm gonna be the instrument because I already have melodies in my head that I want to do. So if I do it and there's so much on the beat, it's gonna drown away from what I'm doing. So
okay, we're gonna talk about your process in a second. Let's go back to some of the first stuff. All right, so now you 13. You like I don't know how to cook up on my own. Like what kind of music were you putting out when you were 13?
Man, I wasn't even putting out music. I remember me and my boy went to Walmart. We bought like some white mic. Like it was like a mic you like press a button to record on like some HP computer, and like we were just recording music just for fun in the room, like just having fun with it. Like it was never to put music out though. I just had a love for it, right?
Where's all that music sitting at now? The stuff that you recorded on that little white mic?
That's long gone, man. It's long gone. Yeah. I don't think we ever coming back with that one.
Okay.
No.
You still have it though for your own nostalgic, sake?
Nah. I let it go, man. I let it go.
All right.
I let it go.
All right, you let it go. Okay, so then from the point that you were just doing it for fun to you actually going to a studio in real life, did you start recording in the studio before you decided you wanted a project, or did you just end up in the studio like, oh, you know what? I guess I should go to the studio today.
It was just another day playing basketball, doing runs with my guys, and then they were studio fanatics. Like, and I'm like, oh, let me tag along. We went to the studio. I recorded my first actual song in a studio. Horrible, by the way.
What's that one called?
Man, what is it called?
Is it on SoundCloud?
No, like it's not out. That's the thing. Like these songs, I didn't have enough confidence to put out. I was just recording just for fun. Like I'm like, yo, you guys are doing this studio? It looks fun. I'm
sure you got some heat in the arsenal. Even if you go back to some of those and just rip the melodies out and remake them to something else. As melodic as you are, I don't think anything you ever put on a mic was that horrible, and it's not salvageable.
There was potential. There's potential.
All right, I'm just trying to gas you up now.
I would say I wasn't there yet, but there was potential, to work with it.
Okay.
I might go back, visit it just to give me like a little, inspiration someday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all hooping, but then y'all was like, now we in the studio next.
Yeah.
And you had fun in there. What about that experience like hooked you, right? Because I'm sure after that you was like, oh yeah, I gotta be back in the studio.
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
it like hearing your sound and really being in that mode?
That was the first time I heard myself like with like autotune and like sound effects and things like that. So I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, you know, I'm like, I thought I was like, you know, Usher for a second and everything, you know? So I'm like,
shout out to Usher.
You know what I mean? Just start singing a little bit, right? So I felt the vibe, and then like after that, I just kept wanting to go. And eventually it became a thing where like we would just split money, like keep going over and over and over. And yeah, it was fun, but it turned out to this, right? So
Yeah.
I guess it was for a reason, but I didn't see it at first. At first, it was just fun because I was playing football. So I thought, you know, my life was gonna be football, like NFL. That's what I was thinking. That was my dreams. So music was like a background thing at first, but it happened.
Right,
So, yeah.
and you were playing football, and then you had an injury, right?
Yeah.
And then
Tore
that
my
just
Achilles,
you
man.
end up. Damn, I didn't know that was it.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy.
Right, crazy.
Yeah.
But that then gave you more space to just keep going to the studio.
I'm glad it happened though. You know, I wasn't at the time, but I'm glad it happened because I don't think it was going the way that I probably thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
You know? So it was just a sign.
Look at God,
it was
bro.
a sign, thank you, God. You know, it was just a sign that I needed to get up out of there like as soon as possible. You know? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's the first time you actually performed one of these tracks that you was making in this studio with your friends?
First time I performed. My first ever performance was last year at Rolling Loud.
That was the one at the Rolling Loud
Yeah,
Toronto?
that was my first performance.
How
like,
did I not
ever.
know that?
Yeah. So you didn't do enough research.
Damn, see,
It's okay
you
though.
got me.
It's okay. We work it.
I didn't know that was the first. No, for real though.
Yeah,
Like,
that
the
was my
first time on the stage.
ever, like
no, because you was in church.
okay, I did choir, but like it's different.
You have a solo in choir?
Yeah.
I know your mama had you on a solo.
Yeah. I was singing.
I'm trying to get back to understand what you experienced as a performer on the stage.
On the stage, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I would say it's two different things from performing now and then, because in the choir you
Let's
have
talk about
a
it.
bunch of people. You have a bunch of people on stage with you,
Right.
motivates you, and you know it gives you like a motivation to sing in front of people because you're with a bunch of people on stage.
Yeah.
Rather than just being the only guy on stage that everyone's looking at. You know.
Yeah.
So I would say it definitely gave me preparation though, like I was meant to be here type thing. So, but the first time I went on stage and sang was definitely like 12 years old or something like
Okay,
that.
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple videos on YouTube. You guys can go find that if you want one day, but you know, I'm not gonna pull it up right here though. I had the bald fade, I didn't have dreads. Like,
What?
It wasn't nice.
Young
man.
Swavy.
Young Swavy. Yeah.
Golly.
Wasn't it, man?
All right, so going from you've had quite a year since then, since Rolling Out Toronto, and how long has it been? It's been at least a year and a half.
Yeah,
about a year and a half.
Year and a
Yeah. And so what I want to talk about now more. So before we get into project or things that you got coming, I want to kind of talk about your ear palette and like what makes up your taste and sound. Okay. So I'm gonna play a couple games and give you a couple props. All right. The first one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name random artists, and you just name the first song that comes to mind when you think about them. Okay. The first song that comes to mind. It's quick. The quicker you respond, the better, more points you get.
Oh, you testing me right now, man. These I'm not too well with these tests.
It's okay. It's just about what comes to mind. What's in your heart. All right. Ready? 50 Cent.
Candy Shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I ain't heard that one in a minute now. Hold on. I gotta listen to that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go down south. Let's do Outkast.
Outkast. Damn. See, they gonna hate me for this. This is crazy. I ain't never heard of Outkast like that.
It's okay.
She gonna hate me.
It's
right
okay.
now.
I'm not gonna hate you. You know, I am from the south.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna
I
hate
got
you.
an old soul, but I don't listen to like,
It's okay.
you know,
All right. Well, let's do something that you should know. Kanye.
All of the Lights.
Ooh.
The reason why I said that though is because when I was playing like 2K all the time,
Yeah.
That was like my favorite song. It was stuck in my head as I'm playing 2K. I'm sure a lot of guys could
Oh my God,
relate to
yeah.
that. A lot of guys, yeah.
I used to play games myself, but not 2K. I would play Need for Speed and I play Grand Theft Auto. But the one song I be riding around crazy to on Need for Speed is Go DJ.
Okay.
That's my DJ. Go DJ. Yes. Oh yeah, do Lil Wayne. Hold on, Lil Wayne.
For sure.
Give me a Lil Wayne one.
Yeah. Okay, Lil Wayne, why am I not thinking? Whoa, what am I doing right now?
It's okay.
Lil Wayne.
It's whatever comes to mind when you think Lil Wayne, whichever one.
What's that one again?
Mr. Officer?
Yeah, Mr. Officer.
All right, so that's the 5-song playlist right there. Starting out with Candy Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I like that though. I have not heard that in a minute. I need to go do I'll be twerking around in my house to a song sometimes.
Yeah,
Let me go twerk to that.
Survive. I think Candy Shop survived, man. That's survive.
It's show 50 Cent is a survive. Like
yeah. 50, shout out 50, man.
In the Club is one of my favorite songs still to this day. And people, like it's like if I was on a never mind. Maybe I'll ask you that question. See, again,
save it for later?
Yeah, I save it for later. It's an experience that I would want to hear certain songs around. So maybe I'll ask you that.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you this one. All right. Swavy. If you could be a fly on the wall in the recording session of any song or with any artist, what song or artist would that be and why?
Fly on the wall. Any song. Damn, that's a good one. I would say, Rihanna, Work. I'd say Rihanna, Work.
I like that. I like that you said that.
You know why though? Because it was so I feel like it broke like a whole different sound, like of just like a whole genre. Like that was a year where I didn't hear a lot of that type of music playing in the clubs until that song came out. And
none of that type of music.
Now you go to the club, a bunch of songs like that are playing. So we got Water by Tyler, all those type of vibes are all playing now. But Work was one of those songs back then that was like the only song you would play back then that was like that. When it came out. So,
that's fire. I like the Water reference too. You're right.
Yeah.
Rihanna's been ahead of her time.
For sure.
Every single time. Because Work is how old?
Damn, I think
5, 6 years old?
2016, 2015 or something like that.
Longer than that, yeah.
Longer, yeah.
And then it's even crazy thing about her first song she played, Ponder Replay. I still ain't heard nothing like Ponder Replay since.
Yeah.
For real?
Know. Crazy.
Damn, okay. If I could just follow Rihanna around, I would be a fly on her head.
Yeah.
I really would.
Damn.
I love Rihanna. Though? I just feel like as successful as she is, as talented as she is musically, I can connect with her as a woman and maybe even some of her mistakes in her journey, her vulnerabilities, and her experiences with men and et cetera, et cetera. Like, we see Beyonce and outside of the movie. I hope y'all done seen the movie. If you're in the house and you seen the movie.
She just came out with one, right?
It's amazing.
I haven't seen it yet.
I see women like that, and I'm like, God damn, y'all are really machines. Like, for Drea to be a billionaire, do you know what she got to really take care of on the inside to get there?
Thanks.
But then, to see people already there, I'm like, okay, I wonder what your days look like. I wonder when you wake up, are you mad as hell? You got to put your feet on the ground. Because if so, what do you do to get yourself up? Because sometimes I might snooze. When Beyonce is up, I want to see what she's doing because I want to see if I can pull that out of myself too sometimes.
So you watched it?
Yes, I was crying. I was in tears. 70% of the movie. Is it a movie or a documentary? I don't know what to call it.
Documentary.
It's like a mini documentary.
Okay.
Her artistic genius or whatever, and then just how she drives and steers the ship. Everything that she touches is insane. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed just having this and my full-time job. But Beyonce,
she's a legend.
A legend. She up there.
I'd say greatest performer for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, greatest performer.
I would say that too.
Yeah.
All right. This is the last one. Okay, we're gonna play the game.
Okay.
All right. I need you to melt into the seat. Close your eyes. Take your hands, face your palms up to the sky. Put them on your knees. This is like shavasana in yoga, right? So like a yogi pose. All right. Close your eyes. And just hear my voice. All right. So what are we doing? I think that we're about to play football. Okay. All right. So this is young Swavy, or maybe not even that young, in the locker room, suiting up, getting together. All the boys around talking they're getting amped up too, but you in your zone right now because you're the leader of the pack that's walking them out to that field,
Facts.
right? Facts, all right? So as you turn around, do your little chant or whatever, get everybody wrapped up around you, y'all say, all right, we out. Woof. I don't know, I said woof, like a dog. you marching out you leading the pack, you marching out to the football field. What song is playing as you lead your wolf pack to the field?
Damn. I gotta play some Future.
Which one?
I'm that nigga. You gotta play some Future.
This is a nigga for real.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to bring Future into this.
Yeah, of course, man. You always gotta bring Hendrix into this, man.
All right, you open your eyes. All right.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the little game?
Yeah, of course,
take you back?
Of
Yes.
course. Took me back a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought I was actually in the game. That's
Right,
crazy.
for real? See, look, that's an ASMR. All right, y'all. Let's talk more about the project that you dropped, and then also what's coming from you. All right, so obviously you made a splash with Always, but your latest project, Backstreet. Am I saying it right?
Different breed.
Different breed. My bad.
Yeah, different breed.
That is kind of your introduction, your debut, really.
Yeah.
From the moment that you had, and now this is like you putting out, this is who I am, for everybody that may have found out about you through the Drake or through the viral moment with Always.
Yeah.
So tell us about where your head was at when you were putting this project together, knowing that you felt like you may have had something to prove, maybe?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the biggest part about putting the project together was just trying my best to make sure I get my point across within each song, and tell my story in each song, but still giving them a vibe. Because one thing about me is, like, I'm going to give you melodic vibes, but I'm going to still talk about reality. I'm going to still talk about shit you can relate to. I feel like that's with Old Ways. It's crazy to me because Old Ways is like, that's a song that I'm really talking about some real, but like people dance to it in the club. Like, I'm just saying like some happy, but I'm really talking about like, like life in Old Ways. So I try to follow that pattern, give a diverse, and show my vulnerability in my music and versatility.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing with the tape. And I feel like, I was very proud of it when it came out and the way I was getting love from it. So yeah.
Out of all the songs on the project, which one do you think came the most, I don't want to say the easiest, because none of this is really easy for artists to do, but like which one was like a one take for you? Like, or even just a one liner, you just start writing and it just all came out?
A lot of them were kind of like, like that.
Okay.
But I would say Take Advice. I'd say Take Advice.
And
for
why?
Sure. Take Advice, I sat down, I was in LA when I recorded it. And it was just a different vibe for me because I never really was recording in LA that much. I was always just recording in Toronto. So I guess because I was in a different environment, sitting in the hills, it brought me like just motivation.
Was there a view?
I'm here.
You had a view?
Had a huge view.
Ooh,
recording.
sexy. Damn, what studio was you at? Well, not my business.
Yeah, private location.
Yeah, my bad.
Can't disclose that. I was recording that. We got the view of the hill, and that was off the top. I didn't put a pen to paper. I just went off my head, and everything I said was just something I actually resonated with. So I feel like that's one of those songs.
Yeah. Did you feel like a little, like when you record and you kind of have those one take moments like that, do you feel like a little bit of a high afterwards?
1,000%. 1,000%. Because it's like, damn, like I just did that. Like, like I just went through a whole song, actually had meaning, a whole storyline to it. And I didn't have to like sit down and like brainstorm. It just, sometimes I even amaze myself when I do things like that. So
I always wonder when artists have moments like that. Clearly, there's God's gift in hand right there that gives y'all the ability to do that. But like, even still, like if you're building a house, you still kind of had a blueprint.
Yeah.
What is it about the mindset that you probably were in that day, maybe outside of the experience of being in the hills, that gave you that determination to just go in there and just rip it?
It was me trying something new, to be honest, because of course coming up, I didn't have like the funds to pay for studio time as much. So I would take the time to go in my house and just bring the songs there, make sure I don't waste any time at the studio, get it all done. I never really had a lot of time in the studio to just sit down and like experiment, coming up. But like it was the time now where I could just sit down and actually just go grab a cup of water, you know what I'm saying? A cup of tea. Like I was chilling. It was just a vibe.
You're low pressure.
So yeah, there was no pressure. Nobody even in the studio, just me, the engineer, sat down, turned the beat on, and knocked it out.
Just you. So you're alone. You're a lone wolf in the studio.
For sure. When it comes to recording, I don't even like big sessions. Like I don't like it being like 8 people in my studio while I'm recording. I don't like that. Like, because I can't get my actual like feelings.
You can't get it out.
I'm not trying to sing about like, a lot of things I'm going through while people are just sitting there like on their phone and nah.
That's facts. You're right.
Do that.
People just sitting there on their phone, probably smoking, drinking, laughing.
Go
walking in and out.
And I feel like too with the studio, like a lot of times people feel it's gonna be magical every night. That's not how it works in the studio. Sometimes you go to the studio, you don't make nothing. Sometimes you don't make a hit, you make something that's,
Yeah.
So that's why I like going alone and just getting the vibe for real.
All right, good. So we just talked about Take Advice. Tell me another song you think on the project was the most experimental, like something you never tried before, sound-wise, sonic-wise, even beat-wise.
I have two.
Let's talk about it.
Rush Hour and Taking Flight.
So you chose Rush Hour to come out first with the video then?
Yeah.
So you like that one, huh?
I love that one.
You like what you did with that?
Yeah, I love that one.
Okay, so you tried something?
I had so much fun with that one.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about what was fun about it.
Again, like off the head, no writing. So it was just, I think I was doing a bunch of rap music and it was like 4 or 5 a.m. in the studio. I'm like, I'm tired of recording rap right now. Like, yo, let's just do something different. So I told my engineer, let's just make something from scratch. Made that beat from scratch. And I just went in there and just said whatever came to my head.
You made the beat?
I was sitting there with him. I had my hands in it,
Okay, yeah.
You can call me / producer. Okay. Call me producer if you guys want. I had my hands in it. But yeah, we did the beat and I went in there and said what came off my head and it was fire.
Who is this engineer / producer? Because y'all have crazy chemistry then.
Shout out my brother DJ Moon, man.
DJ Moon.
That's my OVO 40 right there, man.
Got you.
Like, we like.
Did he produce Always?
No, he didn't. He didn't. But like he recorded it though. But yeah, I actually found that beat off YouTube.
Really?
Those were my YouTube days. I don't do that no more because I've been going through too much problems with that. But now I work with actual producers a lot, and But those days I was using YouTube beats.
I mean, shit, ain't no wrong with YouTube beats. Look where you're at now. Right?
Yeah, it worked.
I love that.
It worked.
Okay, let's talk more about outside of you talk about your process of you wanting liking to be by yourself. When you are mentally like getting ready to like spew out something, like how do you decide, all right, today I'm gonna talk about this heartbreak, or today I'm gonna talk about I didn't have money to pay rent? Not saying this is what you're talking about, but like when do you decide what has priority for you to express?
I always go off like the experiences that I just recently went through. So a lot of my music is like off experience. Like I can't go in the studio and record if I didn't go through experiences. Sometimes I don't even go to the studio for a while and I'll just go live life just so I can find something to actually talk about. Like trips like this, New York, Miami. With the guys, we go to Miami and now I have so much to talk about. We did so much in Miami. Things like that. That's how I go off when I'm writing music. I don't really like be in the studio and go, this is exactly what I need to write about today. It's just, like, damn, I just went through this. Now let me do this. You know? Yeah.
It's kind of like you're on, like your diary.
Yeah. It's literally that. Like my music is my diary. Like I feel like that's why people can relate though. Cause like I'm generally writing exactly what I just went through.
You probably have a lot of music that's not even out.
Plenty.
Cause now I'm thinking like, do you unpack every night in your little home studio kind of? Not really, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I have a ton of music. Yeah, I have a ton of unreleased bangers too that are about to come out, man.
Okay, are they about to come out? Hold on.
Come on,
well,
man.
now you getting into my neck. You the host now because we're talking about what's next. All right, you don't have to give everything away.
Okay.
But what can the fans, listeners, viewers expect from what's coming out next from Swavy? Because Rush Hour, the video, that's already out in the project. But like, what's coming out outside that's not on the project?
Well, I got a new single coming out top of the year, 2024. It's called Again. And then we just gonna unleash, man. We gonna keep dropping and dropping and dropping. I'm big on consistency, so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hold back. Like when you got motion, keep going with the motion,
Yeah. He got this little sneaky look when he said, "Yeah, we got this single coming out."
Yeah.
You must know this one gonna be a hit, huh?
Yeah. No, this is a record, man. This is a big
record. It's a record. See, that's big talk right there.
Yeah.
It's a record.
For sure.
He started on top of 2024.
I be feeling like that about all my music, though. I be feeling like that. And whatever hits, whatever don't hit, But I feel like that about all my music.
It's a record to you regardless.
Yeah. Every time I'm about to drop, you got to be confident in your own, right?
He's very confident.
So
very confident.
Gotta be. So yeah. We got some.
Okay. Anything else? Any outside of music that you got coming we can expect from you?
Oh man. Right now we grinding. More tours we're coming up with. We're working on getting on more tours. I actually just came off tour, by the way, which was crazy. My first ever tour with Kika. We toured all of Canada. Killed that. Shout out to them, by the way, for having me on that. But yeah, I'm just excited for next year. Keep grinding, keep putting more music out, and just, doing what I do.
I gotta see you at a show when you're in New York.
Oh, you got to.
I feel like New York will show out crazy for you.
I feel like it too. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot.
I be checking sometimes, like even like my analytics and shit like that. New York be up there, like New York.
The community in New York,
yeah,
especially, it's really Caribbean out here too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Super
I love
Caribbean.
it. That's what I love about out here too. Is like it don't feel like when I come here I left home. I feel like I came to another side of where I live.
Yeah.
Toronto and New York are very kind of similar,
Yep.
Yeah, culture.
Haven't been to Toronto in a minute. But
gotta
all I know
go
is that
back.
it was cold.
You gotta go in the summer, man.
I haven't been in the summer.
If you go in the summer, you're not gonna want to leave.
Okay, I heard that. I've only been in like January, February, because we used to do something out there around that time.
February?
Yeah, whenever y'all have
That's
like indie
prime
music
cold
week or
time.
something. I don't know.
No, that's like the perfect time of coldness. Like that's cold.
Yeah,
cold
no, that's
Toronto.
why I said that's why I was talking about. I'm like, Jesus
crazy.
Christ, it's cold. Okay, well, we're nearing the end of the show. Do you have any questions for Drea?
Yes, I do have some questions for Drea. So I'm the host, Swavy, by the way. This is the Pink Room, and I'm here with
Drea Jackson.
Okay, thank you for having me. By the way, so Drea, I just wanted to know, since you're such a music fanatic, what is your top 5 albums?
Good Kid, Mad City. Dangerously in Love.
Okay. That's 2.
Anti.
Okay.
I was trying to choose the Rihanna
You had to throw
one.
Rihanna after you just spoke
I know.
highly of her.
I know. I was trying to choose which one.
Okay.
Which one?
Okay.
This is getting hard because I'm thinking, like, I'm
Now
thinking
you
more
see
recent.
how I felt.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is hard. This is
Okay.
hard. This is
Okay.
hard. Damn.
On the spot.
Damn, I already gave a Kendrick one. I can't give another one. I like The Blueprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta go with that one.
Okay. That's smooth.
Okay, is that it?
That's smooth.
Okay.
That's smooth. Yeah, no more questions. You good. You good.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt you. You good. It's all good. You good, man.
Thanks for asking that question though.
Yeah.
I still like reflecting on what I like, the ones that I love, but I'm not
For sure.
as much of a I know I asked these. Well, I didn't ask that question. You notice my questions aren't more superlative type questions. They're just like, what do you feel that makes you feel? And why you feel it.
Yeah.
Instead of like, so who's the best in the world?
For sure.
Because even when I had to decide between the Rihanna ones, I was like, but I really like both of them.
Yeah.
But everything about music, in my opinion, is subjective. Most of it is. Now, there is some, eloquence and etiquette in certain types of lyricism and whatever. But for me, if, it's Shake That Hoe, or if it's, Kendrick, then it kind of gives me the same feeling sometimes.
If you're having a sexy red day or you having a scissor day.
That's all I was saying.
Or
if you're having a both day and a Drake, put them on the same track. I love the way SZA floated on that. I listened to her part over and over. If I was a DJ or producer, I want to tell someone to mash and mix that up for me.
Yeah, she floated on that one, man.
She literally floated.
Shout out SZA. Hopefully we do a song one day. Just wanted to throw that out there.
We need SZA and Swavy on a track. Both of them melodically we gonna be floating the whole time.
Exactly. She said it best. I didn't even have to say it. SZA, I hope you watch this.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to float. Okay. All right, y'all. It has been a pleasure having you in the Pink Room, Swavy.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah. Shout out to you interviewing me. Yeah, in the Pink Room. Y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you check out his latest project. And also make sure you go and look at the Rush Hour video. I liked it a lot. See him in visual too. He's a performer. He's really confident.
Thank you.
All right. Peace out.